But bro, I saw one comment that said, listen, this guy's over here complaining about this and that. How about he comes to downtown one of these days and I show him how life really is very different. And the guy was like, hey, I was walking around some part of downtown and this lady of the night was like, hey, could you give me 50 bob and I'll give you head. And the guy was like, there's real
life
and then there's
other life.
Crazy ass shit. And so this guy was like, yo, listen, let me just give you 100 bob because he was headed to KNH.
Hey,
And you give me 2 heads.
No.
That's that. You know,
Double it.
I was there. I mean, I dip it. I see it, man.
Wow. That was nowhere I was going with this. So the guy was like
50 bob.
Yeah. The guy was just like, listen, let me give you 100 bob so that you can eat and all.
All you want, man, the bottomless. I love it.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
The mics are open. Ashley's eating nuts.
Not just any nuts.
We like
These
the nuts.
nuts. My name is G Money.
And young.
Ashley.
Big C.
Episode 284, I do believe.
Yeah, man. Can I
Alright.
just say you guys got me in trouble?
How?
Man, this whole story, I've been sent for this whole power bank story by a lot of people, Bana.
Oh.
I feel like I've offended a lot of people out here.
Well,
So how did we participate in getting
No,
you
you
into
guys
this
were like,
said trouble?
Ashley was like, what? You said, suck it. G was like, oh, wow.
I was complimenting
You
the
guys were just
joke,
like,
man.
Man,
Yeah.
by the way, hold on, pause. You guys are all in black, man. Well done.
You didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, this is grey.
oh, can I throw
Anthony
you?
Your
Gray.
top, have you forgotten?
There you go.
Huh? Your top is black.
This has got to be the most confused start to a podcast
I
ever.
love it. I
No, I
love
noticed
chaos.
it. Like,
Good
what were you
chaos.
guys about to do? Attending my burial or what?
Not at all, man. But by the way, as Andy just said, it's not our fault. If you say something and we think it's funny, it's not our fault.
So you guys are trying to say
Or
if
not.
I ever said something on the pod, I'm getting cancelled solo. Not you lot are not coming with me.
If you said it, nigga, I'm sorry, man. I'm
Listen,
sorry, but
bro,
you gotta go.
let me
Let me tell you, this is my audience. Wasaliti Hawa. Judas 1, 2, and 3.
Lol.
Bro,
No.
me at back, I'll
Wait,
go
if-
down with you guys.
If I said something that got all of us into trouble, but I'm the only one who said it, and you guys have the opportunity to isolate yourselves, you're not isolating yourself.
Bro, I'm going down with you.
Hey, pause.
Bro, bro,
a good flavor,
We built
but
this. We
okay.
built this podcast
Brick by
together.
brick.
Bro, so
Like Khaligraph's house.
so basically you're not Meg Whitman.
Oh.
Yo. So as we record this today, I'm hearing that the US ambassador to Kenya,
yes.
has resigned.
Yes, she has resigned. She just put out a statement. She's resigned. And of course, you know, there's going to be a lot of resignations because, I mean, Trump has taken over.
Wow.
Trump is hiring people left, right, and center. Every single morning I wake up, someone's
new.
got a job.
Bro, do you know
Elon
what's
Musk
crazy?
has a job.
But do you remember we interviewed the Trump ambassador who was here at that time? Remember back in the day? Trump, no, you've gone way back. Trump was just the other day.
The first term.
The guy who could
16 to 20.
the guy who tried to speak Swahili in his tweets.
Oh,
that funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we interviewed him.
That guy, actually, he had a bit of history with Kenya.
He'd
been done.
But he
something
was fun though.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool.
So bring on, hey Trump, send us a cool ambassador.
Yeah.
Send us a cool one. Send us one that's got vibes and who will just tell people it like as it is.
You know, like guys actually don't understand how rich Meg Whitman is, right? She's actually richer than Biden, who's just left, right? Biden's probably worth about like $30 million. Meg is worth 3.1 billion.
Nice.
Yeah, so she made her money because she was
CEO of all these things.
CEO of I think her last like major role was CEO of HP. But before that, she made her money off
All
of
of that.
eBay.
Fine. She was boring.
She's boring.
So, Trump,
Oh,
this is
damn.
what we need. We need an exciting Swahili speaking. That guy, I can't remember his name. Was it Kyle something or I can't remember his name was.
Kyle something.
But it was vibes. We want one with vibes again. Yeah.
What if we got like an Elon Musk?
As an ambassador to Kenya.
Like one of those?
No, we don't want one of those.
Why not?
That's too much vibes.
Because there's a
You
trend.
said we want
What do
vibes,
you
but there's a
want?
limit.
There's a limit on the vibes that we want.
What do you mean? What do you mean too much?
Yo, Elon, I tell you guys from now, right?
Yeah.
No, like let me hold on.
No, let me tell you
Let the
something.
man cook.
Let me tell you something, right? Elon is about to become not only the richest person on earth, he's about to become the most annoying person on earth. Bruv, they've created a department just for him.
Yeah.
The Department of Government Efficiency.
Yep.
And you see the acronym DOGE, like the Dogecoin that he had a
Imagine.
couple years ago.
The guy, you saw his tweet in the morning.
Bro.
The Dodge match is about to be amazing.
Bro, let me tell you, he's about to become super annoying.
Yep.
So, I mean, I wish them all the best. I only want two things from Trump, to be honest, just two things. More on the war, I would like the war. I'm on a vacation already, bro. The war in Ukraine to stop. Because it's one of those nonsense wars that's going to drag on forever and ever. And it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles the Middle East situation. Because if you think about it, like those are two situations that need to be resolved.
Definitely.
Fix those and I'm good. You do what you like. Because he's in his cowboy era right now.
He really
you
is.
can't. He's Kanye.
It's well.
Kanye Trump.
and you know,
Wait
bro.
till I get my Dodge coins right.
Trump right now, you can't tell him nothing.
Can't tell him nothing.
Because he's got the popular vote. He won with, enough votes, right? But I'll never forget Trump, right? Trump tweeted and said, I hope America never discovers like a planet somewhere in another universe because we might just send them money.
Wow.
You get, because he was against like
A lot of the stuff.
Ukraine being sent money. Like he was like, yo, if we discovered another planet, like, oh, there's beings on Mars, let's send the money.
Where does it leave Africa though? Where does it leave Kenya?
Well, so from what I've read and from
these
my
other
uncle,
shithole countries, as according to what? Remember when he called Africa shithole countries?
but Republicans generally have always been better to Africa,
Okay.
like in terms of aid.
Okay.
And this is like Republicans before Trump and all of that. Historically, they've been better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So it's always like, especially from donor aid funding and all of that, it's always been like
You
that.
know what I like about sometimes we learn things from him.
Yeah, no, for sure, always.
Some things.
Yeah.
Like something like you're smart.
So
Do you know what? You'd make a great radio presenter on a morning show.
yeah,
Have you
yeah.
just realized? Is it an epiphany that he's smart?
Not like, but your show needs to have talk about stuff of substance.
Substance.
Yes.
You never know.
Never know.
Yeah. So, I'm just hopeful, to be honest.
Right.
I'm just hopeful, but I'm a bit skeptical, especially with this whole immigration thing and the guy that they've gotten. Yeah, he sounds like he's a bit of
A crazy guy.
Yeah, like he's a bit too rigid.
Well, there's two things that I saw today. One, Trump wants to end the citizenship by birth. So basically, even if your parents are from Jamaica and you're born in America, you're American.
Yeah.
But if your parents are from Jamaica and you're born in Germany, you're Jamaican. If your parents are from Jamaica and you're born in England, you're Jamaican. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Even in Kenya, if your parents are from somewhere else and you're born in Kenya, you're not Kenyan. You're the guys, those guys. So he wants to end that.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, man, they
I
used to
think
teach us about being a Kenyan by birth. It was one of your rights. If you're born in Kenya, then you're naturally a Kenyan by birth.
No, hold on. Is Kenya like that?
Kenya's like that. If
By
you're
birth.
born here by birth,
If you're born here by birth, you're
Yes,
Kenyan, even if
yes.
your parents from outside.
exactly. So your parents can actually whatever
look it up.
apply
No,
for it.
yeah.
According to what we used to study in school, you can be Kenyan by birth. You understand? If you're born here, it's like I know a lot of people who, if your parents had like visas and stuff back in the 90s, and your mom was pregnant, your parents, and you're almost like giving birth, like 4 months too. They'd go to the US or to the UK and
Give birth to you there.
give birth to you there. You get citizenship.
Yeah.
A person is a Kenyan citizen by birth if either parent was a Kenyan citizen on the day of birth, regardless of where they were born. If they were found in Kenya as a child under 8 years old and their parents' nationality unknown, if they were born in Kenya to foreign parents before December 12th, 1963,
Right.
and were British protected persons or citizens of the UK.
Right. I just
Blah,
asked
blah, blah.
AI, it's easier. It broke it down easily. It said, nope. If you're born in Kenya to foreign parents, you are not automatically considered a Kenyan citizen by birth. However, you may be eligible to apply for Kenyan citizenship through registration if at least one of your parents is Kenyan.
But here's
So
the
same
thing,
thing with here.
it's easier because you get your birth certificate here.
Right.
You get what I mean? And you know, when you're applying for citizenship or even an ID, the problem is usually, what do you call it? Your birth certificate. If you don't have one, if you can't prove it, right? And most of the times, like I have a friend of mine who's Ethiopian, they don't have a passport. They were born here and they're Kenyan, but their dad is,
Interesting.
you know, those Ethiopians who came into Kenya. So like they have to trace the birth certificate and all for them to get an ID.
Right.
Yeah, it's some crazy one. It's you guys should be lucky you have citizenship.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
Amen.
Yeah, no, like it's not a joke, right? You know, there's actually people who were born here.
Who are stateless almost.
They're like stateless. Like they don't have IDs. They don't have passports. Because now you see, say for instance, like my friend, their parents are originally from Ethiopia, but they were born here. The birth certificate is here. So how are you going to exit Kenya to go to Ethiopia? You don't have no papers. But you can also get a Kenyan passport.
Right.
You got to go through like, yeah.
Because how do you prove it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to go back to America, like especially with the immigration issues in terms of like the borders and stuff, that's such a big kind of, sorry, let me just turn this off. That's actually a big deal because Mexicans, Hispanics, all that stuff, bro, there was a situation where you had illegal parents or parents who had come into the country illegally, but the kid who's born is now an American citizen.
Yeah.
So now you're like breaking up families. And this new guy,
He's no playing.
he says, yo, we don't want to break families up. So if anything, they all can go back to Mexico. You know what I'm trying to say? Interesting times ahead. I want to get straight into something. Like this thing, I keep on telling you guys, I only have one day of the week to talk about stuff now.
Yeah.
I'm not on the radio anymore.
Go.
Khaligraph Jones.
K. Jones.
K. Jones.
K. Jones.
Now, I want to talk about Khaligraph Jones and his house.
Mansion.
First of all, right? Congratulations
Oh yeah.
on
Well,
completing most of it because I don't think it's all finished.
Yeah.
But as much as he's done, I think honestly it's something that I'm super proud to see an artist make a statement like that in the 254. And the reason I say that is because, you know, having gone to TZ as you to Nigeria, other places where even Uganda, like in Uganda you go to Chameleon's house, it's a house. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Bobby Wine.
And I feel it, Bobby Wine is one, and I feel it's really good for an artist to make a statement like that. Because if you noticed, if you look at Khaligraph's career, right, there's a time when Khaligraph, like when we booked him for Jameson, when he came out of the coffin, that one, right?
Yeah.
He was literally doing only major shows then. But when he started this project, you could find Cali everywhere.
Where?
Because he was putting in the work because he had his bigger dream. Bruh, how dare anyone, by all means, have your opinion on whatever is out there. But how dare anyone just be like,
Tear you apart.
tearing him like that? Like, it's crazy. Now, I can understand from an architectural perspective. It's like, for example, I go into a club and I hear a DJ. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't have played that. Or that blend was terrible or whatever. Or what you get. Or I listen to a radio station and I say, that link could have been tighter based upon my area of expertise, right? So I can understand architects and I'm all for debate. What style was used in this? Because it's such an achievement.
Yeah.
It's such an achievement. So I'm all for that conversation about, like, what do you think his design language was? Or the architect's design language? What I'm not for is people just tearing down the man's effort.
Bruh.
Now, some people say it's fun. It's just fun, it's not serious, it's not whatever. But some of the people who I saw involved in it, I'm like, damn, bro.
What do you mean tearing it down? Like,
So so you see, for example, how everyone's like, it looks like a mole. That's humorous, right?
Yeah.
And that's funny and whatever. And that again speaks to the language. What was the design language of this thing? But when you say, guy, he's wasted his money, I'm like, dude, dude, he's been out. There's even someone who tweeted about, we know artists in Kenya don't get paid that much money. Where did he get the money from to do this? So his effort, it's the effort that he's put in and doing all of these smaller gigs to get the money. So I feel that how can I put this? Like, yes, you're a public figure. You whatever you do, you're going to be watched, whatever. But I feel like it's the insidious shit that I hated. Where did you get the money from to do it? You've wasted your money, bro. If I want to go and sniff cocaine for the next 15 years and get broke, it's on me. I wouldn't do that, by the way. I've never sniffed cocaine in my life, but I'm just saying,
bro. But you see, for me, I could never. Anybody who's listened to Khaligraph's music, and in particular his last album, he speaks about how he and his dad were kicked out of their house, right? The mom stayed back. The dad is over there struggling with diabetes. No money for this and that. You see the man come from, him transition from that whole 1960. Where he came from to now building that, you can't even try and hate on him. And for me, by the way, this is a conversation I had with Kali in November in Eldoret. We were just here now in a tent and we're speaking about him building this house and how long it's taken him. To him even saying, bro, I can't even buy new furniture at his former house because the kids were just drawing on all of it. So he was like, yo, I can't wait to move so that I can buy.
But,
so, he had to buy one plot and buy another and another. But what inspired me about that whole conversation with Kali was how he was also telling his manager, listen, I'm buying this land and I'm going to build it. I think you should also buy land in this area and build it. And I'll also help you buy so that you get. Yeah. So you can see it's that camaraderie. Like they've always been together and how much he has spent on all of that. And initially the house was actually not supposed to have a studio. Then he was like, you know what? There's a lot of places. There's not as many places, and I think if you're in events, there's not that many places to rehearse for a performance. So he's building a performance place. There's a studio. He's a car collector, so there's the garage he's adding and everything. You want like a whole home, you get. And if you look at Kali and everything, this is very in the hip hop, what do you call it? Space. You've got your own proper crib and everything. Fam, he's built it. He doesn't have a mortgage.
Bro,
I understand.
Back your MTV wafanya cribs.
Yeah.
Just show us around. Show us around.
You can see him, even himself, watering the grass out there. Bro, Kali was even like, he was like, yo, when I move in, you'll come check it out. I was like, sir, we'll panga and whatever. Bro, let me tell you, building a house is not a joke. And
this is the thing, right? I don't want us to celebrate.
Yeah.
I don't want us to give him a blanket celebration, right? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like you said, you live in the public eye, you are due to scrutiny.
Yeah.
But it's not so much the jokes that really annoyed me. It's when people started questioning like, artists don't make money. I wonder where he got the money from to buy it, or he's wasted his money on this or this and this and end of the day. And I'm like, yo, this is a guy who we've all seen grafting to the point where people also used to say things like, if there's a petrol station being opened in Donholm, they can get Khaligraph now to open it. So he's taken his ego aside.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there are artists who won't grind. There are artists who won't go and perform in this small club here.
Yeah.
You get me?
But here's the thing. Like, for me, honestly, I don't see the problem with this, right? Bro, my eye, your eye are very different.
Very.
Like, if I want to rock these shoes, I'll rock them. If you want to whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have different preference, right? And on top of that, fam, if I'm Kali doesn't hit the club if he's not performing.
Facts.
He don't drink. You get?
But he's a collector.
He's a collector.
Yes.
You get, like, I will do everything to make my home as accommodative of me and my friends.
And my things that I like.
Things. You get? Like, that is who he is. When do you ever see Kali in the club popping champagne? That's not him. You get?
It's like, you remember how you used to tell us when you find someone hating on something and then say it's Twitter and then you decide, let me open this person's profile and check what go on. And immediately you're like, oh, it's okay. You can rant, you can complain because you're seeing the difference in where you're at and where they're at. Like, there's a lot that he can't see that you have the privilege to see and you understand, it's probably a side of hate. And people always feel a type of way when they see somebody else fulfilling, the things that they want to fulfill in this life. And again, they wouldn't know what it takes for you to be you and for you to be there. That's why you're the one who's there and it's not them. And it's a bigger conversation I wanted to table and ask you guys about something, because I saw Elon Musk being asked a question that I don't want all of us to answer. Like, what's something that you struggle with that people don't often see or understand, just because you're who you are? And for a second, Elon kept quiet and he went deep into thought, and you could see the emotions that he was going through, reliving that moment of realizing, damn, they'll never ever understand what they want to be me. They want to be where I'm at, but they can't handle being where I'm at. They can't do the things that need to be done for me to be here, So same thing. You don't know what it took for Kali to build that mansion that he built. People have these dreams every day of, building a house, move your mom out, get out of the hood, bring the people that you're with, People have these dreams. So a lot of people seeing somebody else live it, they feel kind of diminished because they're like,
I'm not living that.
Yes, it's not me. Maybe it's not my time, or I'm not willing to do what it takes for me to get there. Like alifanya nini, Illuminati, blah, blah, blah. You know how these things come up. So the wider conversation, what's something that you guys face or deal with or go through that many people don't realize, or they don't notice that, damn, enyewe, being Jimani takes this and we don't see this. Ashley being in this space takes XYZ, but we don't get to see it. Calvin, same thing. Me, same thing. Yeah. I don't know if you've gotten into deep a little bit.
No, that's good. That's good, Ashley. What do you reckon?
I'll pass for now. I'll pass for now. I don't
Really?
understand. Yeah.
Like some things usually, like if only you knew what it takes. Like you wish you were me, you wish you probably in the space that I'm in or doing what I do, but you don't know what it takes.
I don't think I necessarily think about it like that. I've never thought about it like that, but it makes sense, right? It's more just like aligning myself to the things that I need to do to be in a specific space. I've never thought about the outside looking
Perspective.
in, if that makes sense.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And I was gonna say, actually, now bringing it back, it matters with how you treat different situations. Because also in Kali's case, what he tweeted the morning after he was trending was, damn, we prayed for days like this. When people literally like, these are the things people, this is the reason I'm trending. Because I've built a huge ass house that looks like a supermarket. Like, those are the days that we prayed for.
Those are the problems that I want.
Yeah, those are the problems that I want. So I've never necessarily looked outside looking in. It's more inside looking at my outside destiny, so to say. So let me...
Some introspection.
Yeah. Let me think about it.
I think that I'm coming back to you. I'm not gonna let you slide on that one. Honestly, that's actually a great question. Because for me, I know that there's so much that I've struggled with, and like you said, people. It's almost to the point where sometimes somebody will say to you, "Oh, but gee, you've got it all worked out. You've got it." And then you look at them like, if you only knew. If you only knew what it's taken to get to this point. And I think one of the key things, I remember someone telling me that imposter syndrome wasn't a real thing.
Oh, damn.
And it's just like it's just like, what was it? They use the words along the lines of, it's just something that woke kids have made us to explain whatever. And I thought to myself, like for me, it's like, when you see who I am or where I am or what I've done and what I've achieved, right? I don't know if people understand that this is not where I wanted to be. In terms of like, quote unquote leadership. It's not, I didn't want it. I did not want to be that guy. I've never wanted to be that guy. I've always, I've loved radio from the day I was born. Bruh, I just wanted to be the guy who left home, went to do a show, had an amazing career. Kenya wasn't on the horizon then, worked through the radio 1s, 2s, 5s, up into the point of getting to my 50s and just being I celebrated radio presenter. All of this other stuff just happened. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So then you see the thing about it is like, end of the day, it's like, you know, and like Andy will, you can attest to this. Do you know how many times I've come off of a stage and in my mind I'm like, fuck, man, I could have done that better. Or I finish the show and be like, no, man, I messed up. And you go, how was that? And I'm like, yo, you killed it. I'm like, no, I don't feel it. Do you know how it feels when you achieve something and the joy of achieving it is so muted that you just move on to the next thing?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's
I get you.
And then someone out there is like, that's monumental. And you're like, whatever. Yeah. You know? So it's now, so those are the things, that's what I know I've struggled with 110%.
I get you, because I used to go through the same thing with Kina Ashley. Every time I come from a set end, I'm like, so what did you think? Especially when I was really starting to play in a lot of clubs in Nairobi, because there's usually that breakout period. And now, because you have been kind of operating with your niche, these are the guys who enjoy your music. They love what you do just naturally. So you don't need to try so hard to maybe quote unquote entertain, impress them, because by virtue of the fact that you like the same things, you know, it's just a byproduct. But then now when you're out there, when it's more people, when now you don't know how other guys are going to respond to you coming out and how you play your music, your style. And also, you know, maybe even as a DJ, you're thinking, the DJs who play over here, what's their style of play? How do they play? You know, what's usually the crowd response like? You know, those are the things that you're thinking about. So when you go there, you do your thing, you just cross your fingers and you're like, I hope I've done a good job. So when you're done, it's like you just did a whole 3-hour exam. And now the test is being scored, blah, blah, blah. Now you're going to receive the feedback later on. So usually talk to Kunashi like, yo, so what did you guys, they actually even asked me, so what did you think? You know, how do you think you played? And when I'm asked that question now, I'm like, oh, damn, I don't know. I just did my thing. And then now they affirm you. So bit by bit, you get the hang of it. But for me, I'd say one of the things is, okay, most people say, Andy, you're such a jovial person. You're such a happy person. Most of my friends tell me they'd pay good money to see me get mad. A lot of people, they tell me, yo, I've never seen you angry. I've never seen you wild out. Like, I'd pay good money to see that. But what they don't maybe really understand, and maybe it's not that they don't want to understand, it's they don't feel like they're at a place to completely accept and comprehend everything that it takes for you to be there. The same way mkiwa shule and you're like, I wonder what it takes to be number one in class. You know probably the kind of work that you'd need to put in, because you see the number one putting in that work and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to commit, you know? So I feel like it's the same thing. So maintaining a positive outlook on things, you know, perspective, worldviews, my belief systems and all that. These are things I really had to work on, like doing the shadow work, but you're not afraid of, you know, meeting who you are and admitting that, damn, I'm this kind of person. I don't enjoy being this kind of person. So let me work on this so that I can be, so that if anything happens in life, whether it's a pleasant experience or not, my view or perspective is the same. My outlook is the same. Like, for example, when we went through what we went through with, you know, my dad and all that, you know, people still till today come and ask me like, but have you processed, you know, what you're going through? Because when you're out here, you see me laughing, Andy, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, yes, I am okay and all that. But it took a lot of work. It took me doing all the shadow work, you know, for me to be where I'm at today, for me to have this outlook that I have, for me to be as positive as I am. And I don't think many people are willing to do that work. Why? Because most people want to be angry. I want to lash out. You know, I want to wild out. I want to act out. I want somebody else to feel my wrath. I don't care about the rationale behind it. I just want to get this out first, and then I'll deal with whatever I'm dealing with later. But now when I realize that for me, this might not be the best thing because X, Y, Z, let me work on it. So when somebody else is seeing a different reflection from how they do their thing or how they approach life, they're like, so yeah, that's it for me. They are too much.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Deep, man.
That's deep.
Yeah. Calvo unasemaje?
Bro. I don't know where to take it. Should I take it stupid or serious?
Best of both.
Because you guys have spoken real deep. What do I struggle with? Retirement.
That people don't think you do?
Oh, no. That shit keeps me up at night.
What, future stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, here's the thing, right? You know, you don't realize how time catches up and how age moves.
Hey. Some of you, yeah. Some of you, yeah.
Like for me, bro, every year I'm just like, fuck. You know, I look at like my grandparents. They had a beautiful retirement. You get? Like they never needed to stress, ask my old lady, her siblings. You get? Like they worked for all of that,
work
right?
for their freedom.
Yeah. But on that flip side, right? Like when I'm in shags or I'm here, there, and I see just, you know, folks struggling. And I'm just like, wow. And you don't know whether your kids will be there for you or, you know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And you're just one of those people who's always like fended for yourself. So you're just like, okay, what do I have to do? You get what I mean? So I think that's the one thought that haunts me quite a bit.
It's interesting.
Yeah, because I'm always just like, bro, you know, like Boniface Mwangi said it, everybody's in the middle class is really just one hospital bill from nothing. You get what I mean? So those kind of small things, right? And then, I don't know, I feel like I struggle with fatherhood. You get? Like I really try and do a lot more, but I'm not really too happy about my fatherhood. You get what I mean? So those are things that I want to do. So that's why I always tell myself, when I get another kid, I'm going to be there like through and through. Because, you know, because of radio, fam, I miss so many...
Milestones.
No, school drops.
Oh, because of work.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
You miss out on a kid's
so those
life.
kind of things. Like, so those are the things that stress me. That the one thing that also keeps me up at night is losing my mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Because I don't know what I do.
Bro, let me tell you. Hey,
Talk about it.
You
Talk
get?
about it. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
can I admit something?
Yeah.
Bro, I lived with that fear
yeah.
for 40 years, bro. Like, it's crazy you should say that.
Yeah.
It was a real fear of mine because, you know, the inevitable must happen.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I always used to think to myself, my grandmother's obviously older than my mom would have been. So, bro, do you know as a kid, bro, geez, this is deep. Do you know as a kid I used to say, pray to God and say, let my grandmother live till I'm at least 20.
Yeah.
So that I would be able to look after my bro and stuff like
And everything, yeah.
Like those are the prayers I used to have. And she lived till I was 40.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But bro, it's like, bro, I couldn't sleep with my phone off.
Oh, ever.
I could not sleep. Like, I've only been able to turn my phone off at night since my grandmother passed away. Because it was always, you know, given the time difference and this and that. You know, like old. If you ever have a grandparent,
Yeah,
your grandparent,
they're going all access.
My grandmother would just be like, "I want to talk to my grandson,"
Yeah.
and then, like, there's no one around her to tell her it's 4:00 in the morning
Yeah.
in Kenya.
Yeah.
She wants to talk to you now.
Yeah.
So I'd wake up in the morning and be like 4:30 and I'd see missed calls and I'm like, jeez, yeah, no, I just want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, mom, I'm good. Yeah, mom going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But only since she passed away, was I able to turn my phone off at night.
And here's a question I have for you. Since your grandma or after that event, right, when she passed on, how did your relationship with death change?
Significantly, bro. Significantly.
How so?
It changed because it was two faceted. First of all, my relationship with death in terms of how it affects other people other than myself changed. Because I'd obviously, in my whole, so in my life, I've lost so many family members, like from my mom, my uncles, right? So when my grandmother passed away as a major death that I've had to deal with, it changed my perspective on how I treat death when I experience it through other people, for one. So for example, it's like, even I had this conversation with you, when your father passed away, and I said to Calvin, you know what, end of the day, like at this precise moment, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can say, there's nothing we can do. We can only support. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Because as bad as it sounds, until you go through that shit, you, like I can describe it in color, the feeling, the loss of security, the safety net has gone, the anchor of life has gone. But unfortunately, until you experience it, man, like it's
You're
crazy,
right.
man.
Because when we were going through our thing, you can see people think. And you can see it go through their minds like, damn. Even I remember even Otis, when you guys came to visit and Otis was telling me, hey bro, manze mimi ningekata sijui ningesurvive aje maneno, you know. So you can see people think, how would I feel? What does Andy feel like right now? What are they going through right now? And honestly, because I was observing those emotions that I was going through, the ups and the downs, and I was like, there's nothing that can ever prepare you for this. So do yourself a favor and don't even try to think about how it would be like. But it's human nature for you to only imagine, you're trying to empathize, and again, you understand this is inevitable. Yes. Eventually, it's gonna go down that road, So for me, one of the things that was really profound for me was I had to respect the fact that everybody is walking their own individual journey. It doesn't matter who they are, whether it's your mom, whether it's you, it doesn't matter. So if this is where it ends for them, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing they can do about that, So you have to respect that. They had to go through the time that they intended, quote unquote, or that was intended for them to go through and make peace with it. And you also learn to let go of everybody else that's around you. And also you have, I don't know, you kind of see yourself the same way. You understand, damn, that could have been me. That could have been my mom. That could have been my sister, my bro-in-law, blah, blah, blah. It could have been anyone over there, So just understanding and embracing the fact that this is what it eventually boils down to, then just live your life, bro. It helps you deal with I say emotions come from perspective. Once your perspective about things starts changing, then your emotions or your feelings about it start changing as well. So that letting go, big time lesson, Maze.
100%.
Big time lesson. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
That's why I like the mics, Jeez.
You've decided that's what.
Hey, today's man was gone deeper.
So it's like just to conclude on that.
Yeah.
My mom now has the weirdest times to call me. Like 8
4 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock. No, she's not a morning person like that. How she likes to sleep in because she's one of those late people. Like, she'll call me. Hey, I just wanted to see how you are. I'm like, okay, how are you? What? Like she just calls me a lot.
Yeah, that's what they do.
A lot, bro. Mpaka, I'm like,
And they're still annoying.
Very.
Constance. Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah, but I'm glad for that. Like, so for the longest time, she's never had a spare key to my house.
You took it away.
No.
She had it at the
She
at that
had
place.
it at the other place, but I took it. So the other day, she was at my house. We're having dinner last week. So I gave her a spare key. I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay. So now I could be here whenever. And you remember I chased her out.
Yeah. If I were your mom, I'd think you've broken up with the girl that you're currently seeing.
Yes.
So now the space is
free now.
So now you got time for okay, cool.
There was a spare key. I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting one.
I think to add to what Andy said, like there's an analogy that I've been using a lot lately when I'm talking to people, and I can't remember where I must have seen it somewhere where somebody said like, you're one person in a country of 56 million people, on a continent of 1 billion people, in a world of 800 billion people, in a solar system of 9 planets, in a galaxy of revolving around.
And on.
And it goes on, no. And then it comes, and you really think people give a fuck about you?
Yeah,
bro.
That's what they say. It's perspective, yo.
It's interesting that we're actually talking about this, and November's mental health month for men, and this week since Monday, because now my sleeping patterns are so fucked up. Like at 2 a.m. I could just be scrolling to see what's going on.
We've noticed.
Yeah.
This guy be sending in memes and reels
Yo.
into the group at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And you'll be responding to them, bro.
you know.
Because
As you do.
you know, like now my alarm's for 7:30. Let me enjoy.
7:30.
Yeah.
But
Life is good, man.
My alarm's at 9, bro.
9. Hey, you were pushing it.
I
man.
got a call this morning at 9:10 from a client.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
You're saying
You haven't even had your coffee yet.
This is today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yesterday.
Or is it today?
Whatever day.
Whatever they.
Bruh,
Yeah.
a client sends me a message and it's like 8:40. Bro, I responded to it at 9:30 because yesterday I slept really late, you know, on Instagram and social media and all of that and
Yeah.
reading. And
Yeah.
I've responded. So I'm feeling so bad. I'm like, this whole boss.
Bro, let me tell you.
How, you know, and it's so clear.
Bro,
You're waking up at 9:30.
I got that phone call at 9:10, and the question was being asked. You know, you're trying to show that you're up and running.
Yeah.
And then,
Hello.
and then
Prep yourself.
The question is like, so what did you mean in the revert when you said da 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 da? And I was like, you know what? Me, I've just woken up. Let me walk over to the computer and respond. Just hold the line for me, yeah? I got up, I went to the computer, I powered it. You could hear the laptop
yeah,
powered up.
yeah.
Then I answered the question. I'm like, I was not about to hide that I was just waking up at 9 o'clock.
Parents and clients, they don't care about time, bro. They
But
don't
in my
care.
mind, I'm thinking to myself, I can understand because I've been to your office at 9 o'clock. You guys are in full swing.
Yeah.
But yo, man, like 10 past 9.
It's 9, nigga. Everybody is up. The whole nation is up, bro.
But also, fam, I will tell you this. It's crazy hours, right? So when you're back to that whole mental health thing, and bro, I've been seeing and I think we mentioned this a lot on the mics, right? And generally as we speak. And I can see why a lot of people wouldn't come out and say struggles that they have. On social media or just, you know, make...
Well, social media is not the place to talk about your struggles,
Yeah,
bro.
of course, right? But you know, people are encouraged, no man's an island, share it with your friends and what and what. And at times there's information that's leaked, like someone's done this. They're like, oh, by the way, you used to tell me this and all of that. But bro, I saw one comment that said, listen, this guy's over here complaining about this and that. How about he comes to downtown one of these days and I show him how life really is very different. And the guy was like, hey, I was walking around some part of downtown and this lady of the night was like, hey, could you give me 50 bob and I'll give you head. And the guy was like, there's real
life
and then there's
other life.
crazy ass shit. And so this guy was like, yo, listen, let me just give you 100 bob because he was headed to KNH.
Hey, back
And you
to
give
back.
me and you give me 2
Yeah.
heads.
No.
That, you know,
Double it.
I was there. I mean, I deep it. I see it, man.
Wow. That was not where I was going with this. So the guy
You had
was
us
like,
at 50 bob, bro.
yeah. The guy was just like, listen, let me give you 100 bob so that you can eat and all.
All you want, man, the bottomless. I love it.
Yeah.
It's an offer tonight, man. I love it.
You know, and you know, like just looking at that, and I was just like, wow. You know, at times you're so far removed from some of these things, you actually forget. Like,
Is it that you're used to spending more for head? But
You
go on.
better ask for that number, though.
yeah. But you know, it's just at times.
Why are you laughing? Go on.
It was one of those like seeing all of that and, you know, people sharing their different stories and what have you. And I was just like, wow.
50 bob. It's crazy.
It's not even that, right?
Oh, okay.
Bro, like 50 bob is earth-shattering to someone.
Head.
Facts.
Oh, sorry.
You get? Yeah. And to other people, it's just,
Bro, let me tell you, like
I can tell you for sure, bro, if I have a 50 bob note, for me,
I can't take this conversation.
if I have a 50 bob
you know what the
note,
problem is now? For the rest of your life, when you hear 50 bob, you're gonna think about something else.
yeah.
You're gonna have a 50 bob now thinking,
Earth shattering head for 50 bob, man.
do you know
Put that
what
on a
you could
placard.
do right now?
Yeah. So every for me, my truth, right? If I have a 50 bob note, someone gives it to me, I'm putting it in the car for when I really have to park somewhere and I need to sort someone. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You get?
Petty cash, yeah.
Yeah. You know, but
Cop money.
cop money, right? Those kind of things. But it really has got me thinking about a lot that I've seen this week. Bro, the economy is doing so bad, right? I think as we're recording, I felt so bad when I saw this. A security company made a statement that
They're letting go of people.
made 400 people redundant.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a furniture store that's done the same. Mm-hmm. You get, and so many more companies are doing that. If you guys have been spending time on TikTok, you guys have seen that the statements. Guys are hoarding money. There's no money in the economy, and all of this and all of that, and it really got me thinking of like I think a lot about this. What's the actual plan? What's going to happen? Like,
Well, this is the thing though. Like, and this is the scary part. The scary part is that where we are as a nation, as a country, is going to require a lot of serious work to get us out of where we are, right?
Yeah.
The question is, who's going to do the work? Like, who's going to do the work?
and that's the thing. Like the Business Daily yesterday, we've already defaulted on our railway.
Do you know, have you ever taken a train to Coast?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Have you ever taken it?
What are you
To
trying to say?
downtown.
We take the train?
Huh?
home?
To downtown.
To downtown? From?
Oh, no.
Oh. Have you ever taken a train to Coast? Have you? Have you? You have?
But yes, I have. But back
I
in the
never
day,
have.
though, not the new
Yeah.
train.
I've done the old one as well.
You
Now
did,
that's-
right?
Which one? SGR or the older
No, I've
one?
done the SGR.
Yeah.
Down to Coast, and I've done the older one.
Older
down
one.
to like Nakuru sides, Hillsville
yeah.
sides. Yeah, the ones we used to do for school trips and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what the issue is? I think with the SGR, honestly, and I've never taken it, but the issue is like, I feel that, you know, all right, I don't want to compare us to abroad, yeah, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Goes ahead.
Goes ahead and does it. But you know, like, let's say you take a train from Paris to the south of France or whatever, right? Which I've done, yeah. Fam, those trains are going super fast, yo.
They are.
So like, I'm telling you, like, if you could do Nairobi to Coast in 2.5 hours,
Oh yeah,
that SGR thing would be
booming.
oversubscribed. If I could get on a train at 8 o'clock in Nairobi and be in Coast at
10:30.
10:30,
Sign me up.
that's a game changer.
Yeah.
But when you're telling me that I'm going to get to Mombasa 5 hours later, and I think about the idea of if I drive, if I leave my house at 5 a.m. and I drive my own car, usually by 9:30, 10 I'm in Voi. Then another couple hours, plus the convenience of having my own car.
Yep.
I'm going to drive. Furthermore, if it's that super urgent, I'm going to fly. Now, of course, I'm speaking from a position of privilege. I can go and I can book a flight and I can go. But I think the cost save versus time save, it's so niche. So the question is, who was SGR made for really? Like, so for example, like if you go by Coast by bus, it's like what, 1,000? I don't know how much.
Like
is
say
it?
1,500.
Anybody know?
2K?
1,500?
15,
yeah?
2K, 18.
Is it
Maybe about
cheaper?
2K,
Is it
2K.
cheaper than
Depending on the class.
It's about the same.
It's about the same, right?
Yeah, because the train is, last time I checked, this is a while ago, right?
Right.
I think it must have been maybe 1,500 or something.
Right.
And that was the regular one, right? Then they had the VIP side that used to be maybe what, 3,500 or something?
Right.
And then they've now got the VVIP.
So the
You
question,
get-
the question I'm going to ask you as well,
Yeah.
because I've seen some of these modern Coast buses, bro.
They're good.
They're hella comfortable.
Very.
But you see, for me, honestly, I honestly don't mind taking the whatever.
The train.
The train. I can pay that. Like, say, for instance, I have a meeting in Mombasa. I am not in any particular hurry, right? I can take the overnight train. I get to Mombasa, get to my hotel, freshen up, because I'll sleep the whole way. 3K, 3.5, I've saved it, right? And I get there, freshen up and all of that. For me, my problem, even when you try and convince me, yo, let's drive to Coast, I am afraid of the lorries. Bro, the other day, I had to drive to Machakos. I told guys, fam, listen, this the whole way, I'm not doing it. So for me, the bus as compared to the train, I'll take the train any day. Because I've seen some of those videos. Bro, I haven't been to Coast
By road.
By road, yes.
I've done it twice this year.
Yeah, I remember. But on the train, I've been. On the
Yeah.
flight, yes.
And it's funny, the reason I did it was to get rid of that fear of the buses and the lorries.
And now you feel you're comfortable.
I'm comfortable now.
You could drive down to whatever.
Easy.
I want to do it in Coast in December, but I'm just like,
Aye, not December.
yeah.
December you might as well like
End of season.
Yeah, December is where we stay in Nairobi and make money, bana.
Oh, that's for you guys.
Yeah. So now we do that in January. Mid-January.
Mid-Jan.
Yeah.
But anyway, so back to the economy. There's a lot of stuff that's been said. And I think because our people are spending a lot of time on TikTok and all of that, there's a lot of conversations where people are being told, hoard your money, don't spend it. Keep it to yourself. Don't start no businesses. Don't do that. And I saw an economist saying it on the flip side. So if you're hoarding money, there's no money in the economy. If you're not spending, there's, all of these different kind of things. But you asked a very pertinent question. How are we going to get out of this? Because we're borrowing. And it's been an interesting week where we've seen a former nominated member of parliament who's gone and copped a car. And I remember someone putting it out and saying that car should be afforded by someone who runs like a proper, like, if it's a guy who runs
a proper blue chip,
Chandaria, those kind of companies, right? Like you can say, okay, I'm taking home a bonus. Like you're a CEO of KCB or Equity. Those guys take like what? Bank.
Enough money.
Yeah. That's nothing to them. You get. But here you are, you're in public office, and you guys are just, making money, doing this and doing that and what. And I don't think people understand how much debt we have as a country. Like, it's insane. And you're seeing all of these measures. This week, you've seen guys being told you have to use your mobile number to confirm your iTax.
Wow.
You get? As of next year, there's going to be a tax for school fees, boarding and all of that. Bro, shit we've never had before.
The money has to be paid back one or another.
No. But my question is this. My question is this. So there's all of these modes of collection that have been, and we've had this conversation too many times. Like, who's going to pinch the president and his advisors?
And tell him, yo, this is what it's like out there. But me have the answer, though.
Huh?
Me and Ashley have the answer. We have the answer. We mean, we have the answer.
We have
She's like, go on.
We have the
Before
answer.
I commit.
No, like on a serious note.
On a serious note, I get it, but me and Ashley have the answer. Just be wherever Ashley is on a Friday. That's the answer. If you have economic woes, just be wherever Ashley is on a Friday.
But it's
Money is flowing.
She's going to buy you food. She's going to buy you alcohol. Anyway, so
But
by the way, you're my safety net. Just, you know that, right?
Say less. Yeah, it's me and you.
But you know what's crazy about when there's economic downturn and all of
The
that.
clubs are on fire.
Yes.
Do you know it's actually not scientifically, but it's been proven in research.
Yeah.
Which might be scientifically. That
It is.
That the entertainment industry thrives during recession.
Yeah.
I think it's a deeper psyche. Hear me out, okay? When you're broke and and you're for real, I'm broke. I'm working with X amount of money. Since I'm broke, I can at least prioritize my happiness to the best of my abilities.
Yo,
right? Because
I
I'm
feel
broke.
you. I
End of
feel
the
you.
day, I'm broke, right? So if, say, I save this money and it can give me 2 meals. So I know, when I'm thinking economically, so let me save it for 2 meals. However, if I sacrifice one of those meals for maybe a bottle, or I don't know, something, let me budget this and go out, pare kidogo, drink a kabio or 2, I'll be happy. Or you go down to that street, spend 50 bob, 100 bob, I'm Gucci, I didn't need, I can go back home, and at the end of the day, this money is still going to be over, but am I happy with a part of that amount I had? Yes. So of course I'm going to prioritize my happiness at some point. Hata kama nitajipata kona mbaya, at least I'm happy. I was still going to arrive at this corner.
It's more or less escapism. Because you can't be over here, you're watching the news, which is all gloom. You need something to lure you from all of that. Which is the craziest thing, because, bro, like, fam, Nairobi, me, I don't know whether there's a mid-month or end-month.
Because the bars are just...
Bars are full, bana. Guys are just, I think December already, we're like on the 15th.
Yeah.
What's it like? I mean, like, for you, you're the only one who's like got like I don't say a proper job, but like a proper job. Like, for you, what are you seeing in that space of, like, agency life and clients? Are guys spending less? Are clients demanding more? What's going on?
More, yes.
They're spending more.
Not spending more, demanding more, yes, spending a little bit less, to be honest. Budgets have not been great this year. I won't even lie about that. But what I've realized is people are actually, they have mad side quests. Like
Everyone.
every single person has a side quest. Like even in our office, I don't think there's anybody who does not have a side job at the moment.
Right.
And it brings money. There are even babes who usually walk in with, this week they're selling socks, next week they're selling games, the next week they're selling earrings. Like people are just looking for money.
Did I ever tell you about the time when Malimu Rachel tried to kill me? But that's another story. But I'll tell you in a minute.
Do you wanna
I'm
believe
going
that
into
joke?
it. I'm going into it, but I'm just going.
So I mean, also, yeah, definitely with clients spending less, it does affect your reviews as well. It does affect the money that's coming in and out of the business. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, I don't think people lose money or don't have money for a nice drink. Trust me, I don't. Even when I'm broke to the brokest of broke, you know.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's an outlet to some extent. It's not great, but you know.
No, but it's understandable though.
It gets the job done.
Do you guys think it's healthy?
What?
I think it's a good balance. You know, cause maybe, okay. Are you still gonna do it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Drink.
No. Like
Have a good time.
that approach, you know. Yeah, like hata kama vitu ni mbaya manze, things are bad. I'm still gonna have some dough for party. It could go to something else, you know. But you've decided, nah.
Hey, bro.
This is for entertainment. This is my entertainment budget.
I'm actually,
I think it's healthy.
I got this app. It tells me how long I've been sober.
Wow.
So like, no, I'm using it. By the way, this is how I'm budgeting right now. So I've been alcohol free for 5 days, 17 hours, 39 minutes and 27 seconds. So I'm telling
So
myself,
you broke your quest last week.
I did.
Fuck off. Let's keep it moving.
Can't tell us nothing, bro.
Yeah, let's keep on the point. He's like, I've been sober 4 days. Now again, you've started again. No,
see?
keep quiet. What else are we talking about?
Wait. It's not about how many times you fall, bro. It's about how many times you get up.
No, you can't even
That's what she
survive the
said.
weekend.
It was a small. So how I'm doing it is like anything.
I was ready for 10 days.
You think an
11
app
days.
is going to stop me from pigaing sherehe when
Aye.
things are thick? You must be mad. Restart.
So the way you were so amped, me, I had 5 days. I was like, what to see what Jinga boy? Guys were watching the pod last week. Sindio. So you said 4 days. This guy was even on phone with me. Bro, that bottle of Jack Daniels you gave me, I'm just about to knock it out. Then tomorrow, I'm fresh. Do you know what it was?
I hate you. Oh yeah, so you didn't hear about the time when Malimu Rachel tried to kill me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this story, man. Let me look at the camera while I tell this story. Shout out to Malimu Rachel. So many years ago, what you made?
Nigga miss radio. You really miss radio.
I really miss radio, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you a story now. So many years ago, what you guys don't understand and why I have so much respect for Rachel is when Whole Boys Radio started, Rachel wasn't in the first batch of presenters. So she was in the cut of the presenters who didn't make it, And then when I came through, I went and re-listened to all of the demos. And I picked 4 people from the demos that hadn't made it. I picked Shiru Muruki, the one at the BBC. I picked Rachel, Delembaya, and Shimano from Southie Soul. Because I heard something. Anyway, she's in now. Now,
You had those vocals, right?
I heard those vocals. I'm
Gochimano.
like, yeah, you're in, right?
Yeah.
So, Rachel has always been a hustler. So at some point, Rachel was selling noodles in the office. You know those ones that you put the water on?
Yeah.
What are they called?
Instant noodles.
Instant
Indomie.
noodles. But is it Indomie?
Yeah.
Right.
Greatest ever.
Yeah, man. So she is the
Plug.
plug for your
Stringing you
Indomie. It's called Indomie. That one.
Yeah, Indomie.
Indomie.
Yeah.
So here,
The fact that you don't know, man, your life is
Indomie,
good, bro.
right?
Let me
So
tell you,
now-
Indomie runs the Nigerian economy.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Facts.
So now, in my attempt now to be the local
Kenyanize.
guy, Kenyanize, I said to myself one day, you know what? Everyone around me is eating noodles because when I look back in that day, like everybody was broke. Like, this is the beginning of Homeboys Radio. No, everyone was broke. Like, honestly, like, everyone was
Sounds
broke.
familiar.
You know what I mean? So, there's G. Sell me a packet of Indomie noodles. Let me be down with the gang. So, we go into the kitchen. There's a little kitchenette there. Hot water. Yes, add hot water.
Yeah.
Add hot water. I'm down now. Yo, I'm going to have my Indomie noodles with everybody.
Yeah, for the culture.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was so sick.
Really?
Bro, I threw, you know, I don't know if you've ever thrown up where your stomach is retching, like it's spasming.
Like, where
Yeah.
I was,
You just reject poverty straight up. That's why you don't eat mtura. I get it
No
now.
fact.
Because you get
say no
PTSD
no
from
povo
Indomie.
food.
Yeah,
Bro.
okay, I get it.
I have never tried that ever again in my life,
I
bro.
feel like you'd enjoy it if it's well made.
Bro, I just don't know. As far as I'm concerned, Mwalimu Rachel tried to kill me.
Trying to kill. There's no
That
other
Indomie.
story.
She was like,
Put the finger down.
she was like, do you know what? We all don't like this guy. I know how to get rid of him. Indomie.
Indomie.
Shout out to Mwalimu Rachel, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
For real, man. But that was no, but I get it. I really believe that like things are thick out there, and
Yeah.
even guys are saying that we're talking from a position of privilege. Me, I don't know how long that position of privilege is going to maintain, bro.
100%. I'm telling guys, even if we're talking about Sherehe, if you want to be out like 2 days on the weekend, cut that shit down to 1 day.
Why?
If you,
Who are you, nigga?
No, I'm just, you can take this advice or not. You can do things where, clubs are a bit more expensive. If you really want to have a good time, have it in the house. At times.
Like,
bro, it's either you cut yourself to size or the economy will cut you down to size. Yeah, it's just how it is. Because, fam,
Yo.
you are running your own economy.
By the way,
and the guys running the economy over here really
They're
don't
running
care
you.
about your economy.
By the way, you know what? Like now, I've always been an advocate of budgeting, but now I'm running a weekly budget, as in money that I can just do stuff with after everything else has been. Like I actually, and it's written on a sticky note. Like on a Monday, I write down, okay, this week you can spend this amount of money. It's crazy.
So back to financial discipline during
Back
this
to-
festive season.
back to
100,
financial discipline.
Because honestly, I'm not the one to spread
Legs.
gloom.
Oh.
I can't spread legs. You get-
Andy.
he got me that one very
You know
good.
what?
The rain's doing something.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago in the comment section of this podcast, someone said Andy needs to be stopped.
It needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I remember. I saw that.
Andy needs to be stopped.
How long have we been recording? That rain.
Don't ask that guy.
No.
Don't ask that guy how
Fuck
long
that
we've been
rain, bro.
recording.
No,
I need to be in
No,
bed by like.
cook, bro, cook.
No, you were saying.
What was I saying?
You were saying about how you.
Yeah.
How you're
so anyway,
spreading what?
to whatever. To conclude that, just take care of yourselves and all of that. And especially why I'm saying this is this because we're going into Christmas and Christmas guys tend to be a bit more slippery. You know what I mean?
Hey, now you're preaching, bro.
Yeah. So we tend to be a bit more slippery. You know what I mean? So,
Ashley
and out of that comes a very long month called Jan.
Yeah.
60 days of Jan. So
90.
90. You know what I mean? Let's be careful about. Bruh, what is it that I wanted to discuss? I saw it and I even took a screenshot.
There's been an update on our guy from Equatorial Guinea.
Oh,
He's
yes.
called Ebang
bad man.
Egonga.
Banga Gonga.
Bro, like
But
Bang, bro.
honestly speaking,
Another
I'm telling you,
banger.
that's some dangerous game. But honestly, I feel like if he would approach, or if he approached me,
Ungempatia.
I mean,
Ungekuwa 401.
no. Also consider this: those are the 400 people that we know.
That's what I was
that we know.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was
What
saying.
about the ones that never gave consent
That's
for filming?
There's two.
A killer is a killer, bro.
Bro.
There's two crazy takes that I've heard on that. First of all, there's one take I heard where, and this is so interesting, someone said the wife was cheating as well.
Yeah, those were the
I heard that
allegations,
take.
yeah.
And there
There was a
videos that
video.
are out of her.
Damn, this
and
is how
other
they do your
niggas.
wife, bro.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
The wife has videos.
Yes.
I said
They were in this thing together, bro.
No, also, me, I think it's a
Right.
king.
Why do you think she? Why do you think she forgave the guy?
Let me tell you, I think it's a very big king. And I mean, I would understand it too, because they're both very attractive individuals. So for them, they go outside, create these videos, and then they come back and make study each other.
It's a thing,
and
bro.
watch them as they're getting into their shit.
Keep the marriage interesting.
Keep the marriage interesting. Let me tell you, as many bodies as he has, she has equally as much.
Damn.
I have done my analysis of this relationship.
Wow.
Hey, DSC watakula vizuri, I'm sure.
But
I'm
today
Big up Nimrat as
I
well.
saw a very interesting take on one of the radio stations. I think it was Hot, where one of the presenters said that
Yeah, you don't have to take them to lose.
You don't have to
take them to Zanzibar.
why and the guy who said the daughter of peasants.
The daughter of peasants are like, I can only spread these legs if you go down to Zanzibar.
Bro.
Then ministers' wives, they've been eating the office in the toilet. The guy was like, I was like, goddamn, hot take, nigga.
That's definitely a hot
If she
take.
like you, she
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
If she wants you, she wants you, bro. You don't need to jump
But
through
you're in
hoops.
the toilet, bro. Nigga,
It does, bro. It doesn't
what are you
matter.
trying to do?
Bro, that's even but
No,
What are you trying to do?
don't,
Make
don't,
me flash
don't.
you?
Oh,
no,
man.
you gotta
I tried, man.
put yourself in the mind of this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Think about
The
it.
toilet. Mind of this shit.
No, not like that.
Whoa.
But put yourself as as it goes
You know me,
thundering.
I'm scared of thunder.
Really?
I need to go home.
So you don't fart.
No.
Shut
know,
it down.
you-
Just a little
Austin,
thunder,
shut
bro.
down.
Just
I used
a
to hide
little
under the
thunder.
whatever.
Austin, shut us
I
down.
used to
Cloud
hide
with
under
a chance of meatballs,
I used to
bro.
hide under the whatever. You know, does your house have one of those thingies?
Arrest us.
Arresters.
A lightning conductor.
Yeah. Do you like if the tip is hit
Hey.
at the top?
If the tip
It
is hit,
electrifies
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing, man.
right to the base.
Yo, let me ask you this. Like,
And that thing could go up, bro.
Let me ask you though. Like, you know, cause lightning and arresters and shit. Hot take. If you had your dick out erect in thunder, and there was like a lightning strike, would you survive? Because if it hit your tip and you had like sleepers, so you're what do you
Insulated. Insulated.
Yeah.
Don't let him. Don't
No,
save
no,
him.
no. What's the term? Because you know, like, you're aft. You're aft. Would you survive?
Listen, this
I
has been the
love
Mic
it.
Talk Open.
I love it.
My name is G Money.
And the young.
Ashley. The Asked Man.
I love it.
Ah, Pixie.